They're coming. They're coming your way. They'll be here soon.
Poor Faith Media.
Oh no!
Fuck!
You fucking asshole! You shitty fucking asshole! God damn it!
I fucked up.
God damn it!
You know, I've made some mistakes. Like watching a Core Faith movie? Alright, I made a lot of mistakes. Hey, Leon, you'll never believe, I just found this dog. It showed up in my house one day, and we own a dog now. It's great.
I think you should steal and murder.
Hey, did you hear that? Where did that come from? What was that? Well, anyway, a dog. I got a cool dog. It has a knife.
Jesus says to stab.
That's a little concerning. Maybe we shouldn't keep this dog.
Welcome to Rough Cuts. So this is our podcast about good boys and bad movies, where we watch a bad dog movie and then immediately give our thoughts / review on it / talk about everything about it, and then we rate the dog.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. That is a thing we do. I'm Boix. That's Ilion.
Right, yes, sorry. This one's kind of... I feel concussed. Like somebody took a fake dog paw and then grabbed a frying pan and then hit me over the head with it. You wouldn't know anything about that, right?
Only if it was for Jesus.
Okay.
Only if it was for Jesus. Yeah,
so were you... Wait, you were praying for me to get hit in the head with a frying pan from a dog paw?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I said I would be nice to everybody else I know if that dog conked you on the head, giving you a concussion. Yeah, no.
That makes sense now.
Yeah. And then tied you up in weird bondage rope.
Oh my god.
And left you in a sex room.
That man, you know he was into it. You know he was into it. We saw the things that man was into. In fact, I have a list of things this movie hates and things this movie likes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm going to get into... Should I do likes or hates first?
Well, what movie did we watch? That's probably more important.
What movie did we... What was the...
Do you not remember the
I couldn't remember the name of the movie. The Socks.
Holy shit.
I mean, this movie is... It is, okay?
Uh-huh.
It's Socks, a family's best friend or something?
That is the full title.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know... I would say it's not accurate.
No!
This dog is not anybody's best friend.
No, that's not accurate either. He's Jesus' best friend.
Oh, right. Because of the conspiracy theory about...
It's not a conspiracy, it's true. He confirms it.
Oh, good.
But yes,
all right,
continue.
yeah, go on. What does this movie hate? No, it's fine.
Okay, should I start with hate or like?
Like. I think we should start positive.
Okay, so things that we like men, we like lying, we like emotional manipulation and abuse, we like spying, we like licking and sniffing dogs' assholes, racism, and Jesus.
Now wait, I said positive. Wait a minute.
Okay, so things that we hate are dogs, but not their assholes, the FBI, emos, books and reading, romance, women and black people.
You forgot about hippies also.
Oh, and hippies. Yes, and hippies and drugs.
And hippies. Yeah, and drugs. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's a religious movie.
Yes,
right? It's
yeah. But, like, this is more blatant than most of those.
Yeah.
Like,
you also forgot that it hates people that hold boom mics.
It hates
cinematographers.
Audio editors, color grading.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can we... so just as a brief... Like, we should talk about beyond just the plot. That this movie looks and sounds top 3 worst that we've ever seen.
It's real bad. It's real bad. It feels like a high school film project
that you would get, like, maybe a passing grade on. Maybe.
A C minus?
Right?
Maybe.
Like, examples of what we're talking about. I mean, I will actually put some audio in here. But, well, like, things that we can't show in an audio format. Early on, there's all of these scenes of the family coming in and talking, because it's a mom and a dad that are just newly married, and they each have a kid, so they're bringing a kid into this marriage. And so they're all talking and meeting each other for the first time, which is a thing that all of these movies do, despite how psychotic it is. And then, but they have them all talking, but nobody's in frame at the same time. And what I mean is, like, it'll have the adults have half their heads chopped off,
or
and
the child's
kids,
head is in the corner, or...
Yeah, but they're all talking. Like, they can't do a shot with all of them in the scene, or it'll do things like one person will be talking and in focus to another person, but they'll have them blocked in such a way and set up in such a way that the other person, and also their camera's set up for such a, like, f-stop and all that stuff, where one person will be in focus, but not the other.
Not the other.
The other one's very obviously out of focus.
They're trying to do something clever. I'm making air quotes. Where they'll have one person in focus and then change the focus on the camera so the other person's in focus when they talk, and they'll go back and forth. But they could just have them both in focus, and it would be better.
I don't think that they're trying.
They did that once or twice.
Okay.
Once or twice, usually in the animal control vehicle.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But other times they'll have, like, people standing around in a living room talking, because that's how you talk, standing in the middle of the living room with all the comfy chairs everywhere. And then they'll have the sofa out of focus at the bottom of the screen.
No, it was worse than that. I was going to mention this because that sofa is not out of focus. The sofa is in focus. The people behind it that are talking are out of focus.
That happens, yeah. And then they'll zoom in, and but the sofa's still in the scene somehow.
Yes.
Out of focus on the bottom. Like, why didn't they just move the camera up?
It's like half the scene, too. Like, just, like you said, like, move the camera up.
Just reframe
focus on the people. It's wild how bad it is.
We also get the classic boom mic and reflection pretty often, I would say. That happens quite a bit. But you know they were conscious about it to some extent, because they don't have the boom mic close enough most of the time to get the audio.
Well, also, in that scene, when you see the boom mic in the shot, you can watch them slowly move the boom mic to go behind the guy's head in the reflection, so it's not as obvious in the middle of the take.
Yep.
I loved the moment when you were like, oh man, they just don't have lav mics for these people, huh? And then as you say that, you hear... because the mom
shuffling
hugs the dad,
of the lav mic,
and the lav mic just, like, gets shuffled all over the place between them as they're hugging, and it's like,
and it's getting louder and quieter as it moves, and it's just like,
and you're like, okay, well...
Or then we have one lav mic, so they'll have one character mic'd, and the other person talking towards them.
That is the biggest thing that they do.
That happens a lot,
and I will put a clip in there near the end where they have the nasty man tied on the floor in bondage gear.
That one.
Everybody else talking over top of him, but he's very obviously the one with the mic.
Where's Socks?
I don't know. He left me.
I guess he didn't want to be my best friend.
Maybe because you stole him.
It's alright,
you guys, okay? This isn't the end. We're gonna find Socks. It takes us all afternoon. We're gonna find him, okay? And I'll stay here. And this lying Liar. You make sure the police have a nice chat with him. If I know socks, and I know him pretty well, I'd say he's right where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. And
it's like,
but they could have moved the
quiet.
mic. That one's so weird because he has the mic, and they shot the scene where they're looking at everybody else in the room who are far away from the mic, but the guy in the front isn't even in focus. So why did they do that at all?
And he's not talking half the time.
No,
he's not
so
talking almost entire. Like, he's mostly quiet during that scene, and everyone else is talking.
And that's because he's bound and gagged in bondage
gagged
gear
on the floor. Yeah,
but they could have just moved the camera up and moved the boom mic. He doesn't need to be in the shot.
No. But they put I'm pretty sure they put a lav mic on him, or just set a mic on the floor, and then all of them were trying to read their lines at the mic, like, from across the room.
Don't even get me started on reading your lines.
They're so fucking quiet. Oh my god. So, you should tell us that story of the neighbor who comes by.
There's a neighbor...
I didn't believe you at first with this, and then I was like, nope, you're right, you totally nailed it.
There's a neighbor lady who's like the head of the neighborhood association, whatever. I guess the HOA.
Something. Yeah, I don't know.
For the neighborhood. But she shows up, and she only talks in alliteration of P words, but she often forgets her line, so she just, like, ad-libs other words that aren't P words into her dialogue. And then there's one point where she gets so mad she just stops using P words at all, and the other characters comment, "Oh, she's not using P words. She must be very angry." No, she just forgot. Because she was covered in, like, shit on her face.
Yeah.
And the actress just forgot the line, and they're, like, trying hastily to hide it.
Yeah, I think that they might have, because, like, especially the first time, I thought... I didn't know if it was an affectation at first, because they had, like, her say 3 P words in a row, and then she just drops it for the rest of the scene.
The scene, yeah.
And I'm like, wait, was that
and then she brings
just
it back.
badly stilted dialogue, or what? And you're like, she forgot her line, and she just made it up. After she's like, you're like, she's supposed to be saying P's, but she just forgot it. And I'm like, no, that can't be it. And then she shows up later, and she just, every line is P's. And I was like, oh fuck, you're right. Oh fuck. Like,
there's so much wrong about everything in this movie.
Should we talk about the most wrong thing in this movie yet? Or do we want to go into the plot and get to it when it happens?
Okay, most wrong is... Are you talking about the butthole sniffing?
Yes, yeah, no. Yeah, no, okay. You know the scene. That is the most fucked thing I think we've ever seen in a movie.
There's a guy who's following along with the dog catcher, who claims that he's from the FBDI, the Federal Bureau of Dog Investigations.
Yeah, which they repeat constantly because they think it's very funny and clever.
And this movie has a smell fetish, which shows up a lot between multiple characters. But this is the worst of them.
Yup.
Where he's constantly sniffing out in the air. He's like, I'll find that dog. Just point me in the right direction, and I'll smell that dog from anywhere. I have such a good sniffer. And how does he know where that dog has been and how to find that dog? Well, you see, he just walks up to random people on the street creepily to the point where they're like, "Hey, buddy, leave me the fuck alone. Why are you creeping on me?" He's like, No, I'm not creeping on you. I just want to smell your dog's ass real close.
All I'm asking is for my partner here to sniff your dog.
No.
Oh my god. No.
It'll only take a second. Here.
Please.
Put some candy.
Please put him on
My dad
a
told me
registry.
about people like you, and he told me not to trust.
Look, I'm sure he would understand.
No,
See, Dale here
your dad was right.
He's from the FBDI.
He sniffs asses.
He wouldn't understand, neither would Rex here. Rex likes to eat people. Isn't that right, baby?
Yeah.
And then they show it.
That's the thing. here's where this one's different than... Because we saw Robo-Dog with Kuvo, and that one has a robotic dog that vacuum sucks a man's face.
That's because it has a vacuum asshole. No, yeah, that one does.
But, oh god, but...
Oh wow, you're making jokes just like the movie, but, wow, get it?
They edited it around, so the actor's not actually sucking off a dog. He's not actually fucking giving the dog a rim job. Because you don't make your actors do that. And your actors wouldn't do that. What actor, what self-respecting motherfucker on the planet would do... Hold up, who's the actor in this?
Who was the actor?
Because, guess what he did? Guess what he did, everyone? Guess what he did?
When you're framing that shot, you have to know something's wrong, right?
Why would he have agreed?
Like, you might have written that down as a funny joke, and then you're like, haha, it's so funny, he sniffs ass. But when you're actually with the camera, and you're framing it, and you're holding the dog so it doesn't move, you have to realize, right? You have to realize something's wrong.
We're giving this dog a rim job. We should stop. We need to stop.
But some people aren't cowards. This director.
This is Andy Lauer. Congratulations, Andy Lauer, for being the lowest actor I've ever seen.
You have one-upped Andy Dick. Congratulations.
It's like he gets in there. And it's very, like, it shows all of it.
It's bad. We can't show a clip of it. We can't.
I think it would get taken down.
I think it would get taken down. I don't think we can show that.
It's fucking weird, man. Who does that?
Is this movie rated PG? I think it's PG.
Like, you show him go down. Like, I mean, like, if you're gonna do this, which is, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't do this anyway. But if you're going to show a scene like that, like...
You cut away.
Robo-Dog, at least, like, they do, like, kind of a fake dog, and they shoot it from over the top of it so you can't see the asshole, and then you just show the guy's face come away from it or whatever, right? Like...
Sure.
But, like, that's... I mean, and that sucks, but at least you're not having your actor shove his face against the dog's asshole and sniff and lick it.
I don't think we need to be talking about the specifics of the scene too much.
I'm so mad. I had to watch it. You all have to listen to it at least. Oh,
look, good Christian value. Maybe that was the family not. Yeah, Christ is also part of it. Maybe that was the family not they were talking about.
Socks! How'd you get in here? Christina will kill me if she finds you in here.
Yeah, she's a little uptight, huh? Tell your dad to ship her to the spa for a day. Girls love that stuff.
Quiet, boy. You don't want to get in trouble. Don't look at me like that. I'm right on this one, okay?
I'm telling you, you don't want to turn out as an emo kid. You only get one color. Just walking around wearing black.
He's annoying. Me and him aren't gonna work out as brothers.
You know, I knew this guy a long time ago. Long hair, carpenter, nicest guy I ever met. One of the smartest, too. He had these 12 dudes that followed him everywhere, called themselves disciples. Well, these guys screwed up all over the place, and my buddy had to fix their mistakes. My point is that he didn't care how many mistakes they made or how annoying they could be. He loved them and always forgave them. And you know what? He considered them his brothers.
Good for that guy.
I'm out of here.
Socks!
Yep, nope.
Socks!
Good night.
Come on,
yeah,
Socks!
Great talk. Thanks a lot. See you.
Fine. I don't need you either.
They kept talking about remember the family not, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you say they. What you mean is the father, which he's using to emotionally manipulate his
the manipulative dickhead. Yeah,
our
that
hero.
Guy. Mm-hmm. The kids are also very manipulative. Like, the whole family. The uncle.
Well, everyone but the woman, who is awful and stupid and dumb and doesn't realize that she's being manipulated.
The dog catcher is also not manipulative. Those are like the two.
Yeah. But, you know, she's just so, you know, she's faints and she's just crying all the time.
She's so busy cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry. And
oh my God.
How is she supposed to run a family while cooking and cleaning and doing all of God's gifts and chores.
I mean, she just needs to suck it up and do her job and take care of all these kids that her husband dropped on her. So let's get to the beginning of this movie, I guess. It starts out with Dad driving his son down the highway and going, okay, well, I know we're going a little fast, son, but we've got to keep going fast. This car is loaded with a bomb, and if we go under 55, then we're going to explode.
And to be clear, because this is important for later, they live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, pretty obviously. It sure seems like it.
Because they're wearing a ton of stuff that just says Jacksonville.
They reference some, like, Florida stuff.
They reference Florida constantly. And it's important because of where the dad goes.
Yeah, that's a really weird little tidbit.
It's fucking weird.
It's very weird. But the dad is driving with his son down the road, and then he gets to the house, and he's like, oh, this is my new wife, who we've only been married for a week, and our kids have never met, because this is a thing that these movies always do, which is somehow, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do this? And, oh, okay, here's your new mom. Also, I have 2 surprises for you, honey. The surprises are, A, you have a dog that I bought that I didn't talk to you about. And then B, I'm going away for 2 weeks. See ya.
Yeah, so they've been married for a week. He invites his brother over because they're going to drive somewhere for a work thing.
Yes.
And the brother just brings a dog. It's not that he bought a dog. It's just that his brother he invited to help him with a road trip just brought a dog.
Well, but he knew that the dog was coming.
He knew about that.
Yes,
but
the dad knew.
But he wasn't going to tell anyone.
He doesn't tell her. He doesn't tell her at all. And she's like, I don't like dogs. I don't want a dog in the house.
Well, sucks to be you.
And then he goes, wow, I can't believe you do this to our 2 sons so early on in our relationship. That's really cruel of you to be like this to them. And it's like, what the fuck, dude?
All red flags.
What the fuck? Again, she's portrayed as being, like, weak and mean for doing this. For having problems with this stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't... It's fucking weird.
It's so evil to her. It's cruel. God,
the dog's mean to her, too. Like, they're all mean to her.
The dog is a fucking dickhead. He's such an asshole. He's a manipulative piece
He's got
of
big
shit.
Chucky energy.
Yes.
Which is Jesus, if you think about it. And then, like, after introducing the dog and manipulating the wife, and then just fucking off with his brother.
You should say where he goes.
Who knows where?
He drives.
Oh, he
drives
driving
in a single day, and then
from Jacksonville, Florida, to San Francisco.
And he calls her when he gets there.
Anyways, it hard cuts to the dog catcher and the FBDI agent.
Listen, anything is possible if you just believe in our Lord and Savior.
Talking to some hippies who are very high on something.
They don't know what drugs are. They have no idea. They have like incense in the middle of the table that I think is supposed to look like a doobie, but it's like 3 times too big. They just don't understand. Yeah.
And the FBDI agent keeps asking them about their dog, Socks. And they're all just speaking nonsense. And then he's like, no, dog catcher, we need to find this dog. This dog's a criminal mastermind. He burned down a chemical testing factory last week.
Yeah, he's a terrorist.
In Ohio. And it keeps cutting, have you seen this fucking dog? You see how horrible this dog looks? And it cuts to a picture of this dog, and it's in, like, patriotic stars and stripes.
Mm-hmm. It's like this cute little, like, Shih Tzu kind of... It's a mutt, I think.
This patriot's a domestic terrorist.
Well, and then they're going like, can you describe the dog? What's his colors like? You have a photo!
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Oh, it's so... everything about this is so dumb.
And then he walks out, he's like, that aminal is a killer.
Yes! God, I forgot about the aminal.
And we're like, was that quirky? Was he supposed to say aminal? No, they just kept going with the shot.
He just went going with the shot. I think that he just fucked it up. I mean, this is Andrew Lauer, our fucking dog sniffing rim jobbing asshole.
Yep.
Congratulations,
Mr. Rimjob.
Andy.
That's his name. Yeah.
Yep.
Mr.
Andy,
Rimjob.
Mr. Rimjob Lauer.
If we printed off a picture of that and brought it to one of his
That's his
signings
headshot
for a
now,
movie
yeah.
and ask him to sign it, do you think he would?
You should just take a still of him fucking rimming that dog and get him to sign
Do you think he would sign it? I don't know if he would. He might.
He's willing to do anything, obviously.
Oh, man. Anyways, and then it cuts back to the family, because it goes between the dog catcher and the FBI agent and the family. Those are the two main plots happening. And the family is there with the dog. They haven't left yet, technically, because the dad's still trying to manipulate the mom into feeling bad, like she's the villain here.
Yep.
Good
Which
Christian
he does
values.
successfully.
Good Christian values. And they're like, we need to name that dog. Yeah, we need to come up with a name. That dog's a special dog from Jesus. You can't just name him fucking Spot or something, you fucking worthless children. You awful, terrible people. Why can't you come up with a good name, you fucking losers? You fucking failures. and then one of the kids hears in his head, you should name me Sykes.
And they go, wow, yeah, that's a great name. And the dad's like, yeah, that's very smart. Somebody here is thinking it's the dog, because the dog's psychic.
The dog, yeah.
Also, I'm just going to spoil real quick. The dog is the psychic 13th immortal apostle of Jesus Christ. I am not...
Who teleports...
This is not a joke. This
who
is...
teleports around America.
Not a joke.
One day to the next.
Yes.
Yeah. Finding people to... It's not like finding people in need who are about to die, like the other horrible religious dog.
Angel
we know.
dog, yes.
The
angel of
the
death
fucking
dog.
death dog.
that movie was so good.
No, this one's just finding people who are in need and has lived a very long life and is immortal, and also calls women sweet cheeks.
Yeah, sweet cheeks and babe and honey, and talks like this and says to the kid, you don't want to act like that. You're going to be one of those gross emo fuckers. Yeah. And
yeah, and the main thing the dog does for people in need is he like terrorizes people when his owner says something like, I wish they would just never show up again. Or, I don't want to eat that. That's gross. How do we make it so we don't eat that?
Yeah, I want to eat
like that.
pizza, says the one kid. So the dog's like, I'll do that for you. I'm a nasty man. I do filthy shit for...
The dog is more of like a monkey's paw genie than anything.
A little bit. So
it's
the
weird.
The solution to get them to eat pizza instead of the nice roast that the mom made is that he eats and destroys the roast. And then the kid gets to go, well, I guess we're having pizza.
Yes. And to get the mom to stop arguing with the dad about him abandoning her, he pisses on her leg.
Yes.
It's more like a telepathy type
I'm going
thing.
crazy, aren't I?
No, you're not crazy. But yes, I am talking. And by the way, you're welcome for the whole peeing thing earlier. Word to the wise. If you ever want two people to stop fighting, just go over and pee on one another.
And that's what we're teaching our children about Jesus, is Jesus just loved pissing on the Romans. I guess. I don't fucking know what they're getting at.
Why? They made him such a villainous little shit. Like, he's going and he has... They go to his doghouse later, the mom does, and is like, what's in the doghouse? And it's full of, like, coffee and alcohol.
Mimosas.
And, like mimosas that he's got.
Prosciutto.
And all this food that he's stolen.
Fancy food.
And it's... This is Jesus' favorite psychic dog. this
one of the kids,
fucker.
like the two brothers, one of the kids is even talking to the dog. The dog's being an asshole.
Mhm.
He's like, "Hey, you're mean. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm a dick."
Yes.
It's like, okay, man. But then it cuts to the dog berating the kids, like, "Don't be an emo little shit, you fucking loser child." And
yeah, you gotta love Jesus.
stop
Don't wear black.
whining. You know who didn't whine? A carpenter I knew and his 12 best buddies. And we're like, John Carpenter? What does he have to do with anything? Why are you talking about John Carpenter?
John Carpenter and his best bud, Kurt Russell. What are the other 11? I don't know. Like,
like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog?
Fucking weird, man.
The ADRing of the dog is love on a leash level.
It
is
atrocious.
Because it'll cut to the dog and he's just saying, like, snossages, 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 snossages. Like, in that intonation. And then it'll cut to him again in the next scene and be like, "Gotta destroy the evidence. Gotta burn it all. Gotta make it so nobody knows I can talk."
Yep.
Like,
and
what?
The other thing that you're not getting there is how bad the mixing is for that. Because the music in the scene is not loud. Like,
No.
the music is about appropriate. But the dog is talking like this the whole time. It's like...
People talk like that too, though.
Sure, but the dog is almost always like that. Because it's
when he's not
ADR'd in.
burping or farting into the mic.
Sure.
They made sure that one was loud. So you gotta get your fetish stuff in there, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
Jesus.
Dog Man catches the dog eventually, and then kidnaps him and ties him in a sex dungeon in a garage.
That does eventually happen. Yeah.
I just do we want to just we can skip some of this, like it's
well,
it's all just
I'm a
angry
little confused.
family shit.
I'm a little confused because there's definitely racism against the dog catcher who is black, and the white FBI agent is like, "Oh, you read like books?
Well, and
wow!"
Not just that, he goes, "Oh, I didn't think people like you would ever read.
Things
people like
that,
you tend to
like,
not read. You know, I've
so
seen lots
fucking
of
weird.
people that look like you and they're not readers. They don't know how to. Like, it's that. And you're like, what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know if they were trying to say, like, dog catchers, but it was very obviously race-coded instead,
It was,
or...
yeah, I don't...
It was weird. And that aside... There's a whole sub-story about the dog catcher falling in love with the pea lady. Not pissed. She just likes saying P words.
You do need to clarify with this movie.
I need to clarify that. She says the P words in alliteration, and they fall in love, but that doesn't go anywhere, and there's no fucking point to it.
Yeah,
and
they look at each other, and then it shows hearts all around them, like clip art hearts. And then...
Cartoony, yes.
Yes. And then it just ends. And then he talks to her once more in the movie, and that's it. Over the phone. And they never show them together ever again.
That's weird. And then before the FBI agent catches the dog, the two brothers make like a tent in their bedroom, and they're talking about Martians and how aliens come to Earth. And then the dog's like, "Oh no, I know Martians. Don't worry. They're fucking boring. All they do is play Minecraft."
Yes, the immortal 13th dog apostle psychic of Jesus knows all about the Martians.
And how much Minecraft they play.
they play.
Was this before or after the mimosa that he drank? Like, that's the real question. Was the dog drunk when he was talking about Minecraft Martians?
He got something real good from those hippies, is all I'm saying. He's been real into it for a while.
The weird pervert smell man abducts Socks, who's singing about how he's in prison, by throwing him in a bag.
Right.
And then brings him to his sex dungeon to record him talking. Yes. That is what happens.
Correct.
That's true.
But he can't record the dog because the dog is psychically projecting it. Yeah, which means that it's not recordable on like audio equipment because it's just going into your mind.
And then the dog attacks him psychically.
Well, one more second, because before that, the man has a breakdown where he is. It's like he's like, well, what do you want, filthy FBI?
That's what I mean
man?
by him attacking him psychically.
Oh,
right?
he attacks him psychically. Sorry, I thought you meant Sorry, I thought you said physically. No. Okay,
physically comes after the.
Yes, because that happens next. Yeah, all right. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
No, because Socks is talking to him. He's like, oh, what's your big plan here, nasty man? Well, I want money. I want to record your shit.
And
so I
get
can
famous.
sell it and get famous and make lots of cash. Moolah De Niro. I've been following you for 7 years. Let me count in 5 different languages up to 7 to show you how serious I am.
So, you've been chasing me for a while now, huh? Like 5 years?
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heinz, 5, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 7. 7 years. Me. You.
Wow.
You fucking piece of shit. You garbage dog.
And then the dog starts, as you said, psychically attacking him, going, no, what do you really want? I can see into your mind. And it keeps on doing quick cuts between the man having a breakdown and the dog sitting there with that ding from Akira.
Yeah, he's like, what are you hiding?
When he's having like the
What
brain meltdown and he's like, no,
what are you
get
hiding?
out of my head.
What are you hiding? What are you hiding? And it's like, it's... He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out.
And the man is like, I just wanted a talking dog. And breaks down and cries over the dog.
Because my dog, I couldn't talk with him, but he died of cancer before I could ever try again. And now my dead dog...
And you're immortal, which is a thing that he says. And also, you'll never die. You're an immortal dog. And therefore, I should have you.
Come here, nasty man. Put your head in my paws. I'll comfort you, nasty guy. Don't worry. Just stay right there. Just stay still.
Real still. Because they put in this weird sex garage where the dog is bondage tied. They put a frying pan next to him?
Well, I think they wanted a knife. And then they're like, no, we need to...
Tone it down.
We need to tone it down. We'll make it cartoony so it's not murder.
They have like a real cartoon boink noise at the end of it. It's real.
But he like slowly horror movie grabs a weapon.
Yes.
And then bonks him on the head with it.
Yeah, we get this like... slow shot of fake dog paw hitting him over the head.
There's a lot of horror shots with this dog. Because there's also when the kid's like throwing the frisbee early in the movie. Yes. And then it like horror zooms in on the dog. He's like, why are you throwing that frisbee, Jake? Or whatever. Like, ugh.
I don't like having frisbees thrown at me. I'm a nasty man. And so he nails the kid with the frisbee to teach him a lesson.
In like a murder horror shot. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Also, part of that, which I want to just very quickly mention because it has something to do with the filmmaking again, that we can't show audio. It's the dog has dog vision scenes. So whenever it's from the dog...
Well, when they remember.
It will show it in black and white. Sometimes.
Yeah, if they remember to do
Sometimes it's desaturated, and sometimes it's just normal colors. And also, throughout the entirety of the film, they very, very rarely, if ever, get any of the lighting correct. And by that I mean, like, everybody is blown the fuck out. Like, it is way too bright in every scene. These are indoor shots. They control all of the lighting.
They didn't control it. They just turned on the lights in the room. I don't think they controlled any of the lighting.
But that's still controlling the lighting because you can change your camera settings.
Can you? Do you think they know how to change camera settings? They hold the camera with shaky cam most of the time. They couldn't even get the intro credits to not be shaky.
God, yes, the intro credit text has a wiggle effect.
I don't think they knew anything about their camera.
Why would you wiggle the text for the fucking opening credits?
Why would you choose farty RuneScape music for your background songs? I don't think they knew anything about making a movie. I'll be honest.
Why did they do the end credits as plain black background and then white Comic Sans text?
The Comic Sans was very good. I have proof that they don't know anything about filmmaking or electronics. Because when the dad gets lost, his brother is looking at an iPad and doesn't know how to read a map like it's a fucking paper map.
Yes.
But he's looking at Google Maps, and you could just tell Google Maps where to go and it'll give you directions. But he's acting like he doesn't know where he is and he can't get directions.
Yes,
it's a fucking map app.
Yes. Yeah, he's looking it up as an old map on a map app.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
No, it's not. It is absolutely not how that works.
They don't know anything.
So the dog knocks him out, all the people go there, find him in the weird sex dungeon, and then they let the kids interrogate him? The 8-year-olds? For some reason?
Yeah, because like the kids pull out the ball gag in his mouth. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. But when the kids interrogate him, they're like ADR'd from far away because the mic problem.
Yeah,
again.
that was the one. That's one of the worst scenes where he's on the floor and it feels like he's got the mic and everyone else doesn't.
You forgot, though, that the kids also prayed to Jesus that they could find the dog.
I didn't forget. I just went over it.
And when the family says they're going to go find the dog, one of the kids is like, we have to find socks. Like that. Very quietly in the background. And the hippies showed up for some reason and just burst into their house. And they're all like, oh, hippies, why are you here? Who are you? Except they don't ask, and they just know, and they just assume that he's there for a reason. And he's like, oh, I'm here to find Socrates. You know Socrates? Oh, you mean Socks? Oh, that's so funny that he thinks Socks is so funny as a name, but his name's Socrates. Anyways, I'm gonna steal your children and go find that dog.
Oh, okay, sounds good. See you later, time-traveling hippie man. I just wanted to point that out to you for a second, that I love so often in, especially like Christian movies, that they have no idea what like drug culture or counterculture stuff.
Oh, they have no clue. Yeah,
that they have literal like tie-dye shirts, 60s style hippies in like 2015.
The hippie lady was wearing some very revealing clothing.
Well, that would be accurate for hippies,
but it was like actively showing her bra.
Yes.
Stuff. It's weird for this type of movie.
Well, and also, again, it's just so fucking funny that, like, their tie-dye shirt, like, patchouli hippies, because, oh, well, that's stoners. Yup. Yeah, you nailed 2015 culture, guys.
They follow the stoner guy in the animal control vehicle with the dog catcher. And he gets out after sniffing, because this dude is also a sniff pervert.
Yes.
And he sniffs.
Well, that's
he's
because
like,
the director is a sniff
Stop
pervert.
the car. I need to smell something. He gets out and lets out a huge fart.
Just rips one against the side of the van.
Just rips one. And then gets back in. Is like, all right, let's go. I needed to smell my own farts for a bit.
Yep.
And then they find the pervert man. Yes. But when they find the
other pervert man.
When they find the other sniff pervert.
The other sniff pervert.
They can't find Socks, and he's like, well, where's Socks at? Oh, I know where Socrates is, says the hippie. Oh, he's right where he should be. What? And then they run home in the backyard, which is one of the few locations they have that's outside. We know because the pea lady walks out the front door and then is walking in their backyard somehow earlier.
Yes, because they don't. I think that they just didn't have rights to film anywhere else and got yelled at when they were filming.
Maybe they couldn't find the woods somewhere. You know it's free to shoot in the woods? Maybe they don't know that.
Well, it's cheap to shoot in a single house, too, though, as it turns out.
Yeah, but they go to the backyard, and the dog has stolen their clothes and then written horrible demonic messages in the ground with them.
Yes.
Like,
and the
help.
wife is that horrible, awful, awful, evil woman is just upset that it's her clothes. Even though this very cool, awesome, great dog who just steals things and
drinks all the time
and drinks and swears and
what's up, toots?
Lies and sexually.
Yeah, because you think the movie would be over.
Woman.
You think the movie would be over when they decide to keep the dog. But then there's an extra 5 minutes of them at the table for the first meal as a family because the dad pissed off to abandon her.
Yes.
And he shows back up. And then they have a meal and it's just the dog berating her and asking her to refill his cup toots. And if you're so cute, I wish I could grab your ass. And the dad's like, hey, that's my wife you're talking about, Socks, you piece of shit.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just a sex pest. Okay, movie.
The sex pest, immortal, psychic dog, 13th apostle of Jesus.
Yeah, you're so sweet, Toots, I'd put you in my coffee if I could. What?
First, we had to have her be the only one to faint when the dog talks, though, because
she's
that weak woman.
Because adults can't handle a talking dog, but kids can. But when they mean adults, they mean women.
Yeah, well, because the dad's there, and he's totally okay with it.
The dad has a catchphrase, by the way. I caught it. Did you catch it? There's a catchphrase for the dad in this movie.
I don't think so.
The catchphrase is, there's something else I gotta tell you.
Oh, okay, yes. Sure, yeah.
Because he's constantly hiding shit. And then just drops it on someone and then fucks off.
Constantly, yes.
That's his catchphrase.
Basically the only thing that they do. But yeah, so she makes them all breakfast. It's very, very careful about pointing out that she's doing all the cooking and setting it up.
And that the men don't do anything.
Yeah, it's very much that thing again. And it's... Yeah. This isn't shown as this might be bad, or no. This is just this is the values this movie would like to instill on you. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
One of those.
I bet that dog's killed people. I bet that dog
rate that dog. Let's rate this immortal apostle of Jesus. I'm going to give him 13 out of 10 for his apostle
For the 13th
rating.
apostle. No, that makes sense. I think this dog, we were talking about this earlier off recording. I think this dog set up Judas.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because Jesus is like a talking dog. What the fuck are you talking about? I think you're the betrayer.
No, it's the dog, Jesus, I swear. Okay, so you're giving this dog 30 pieces of silver out of 10.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think so, yeah. I think that's what happened. I think they should add this dog to Dead by Daylight as the next killer. That's what I think.
This movie is evil. This movie is gross and evil.
And it's shot bad.
They have a joke scene. Really quickly, they have a joke scene where the weird dog sniffing pervert goes up to a small child and starts offering him candy.
Oh, that! God, that's fucking weird and creepy.
Van so that he can sniff the dog. And they're doing it as a joke. Because
it's so creepy. And he'll walk up to a woman walking her chihuahua, but he'll do it in a sex pest way.
Yeah, because they think that it's funny that he's a sex pest.
I guess.
But that is the joke.
That must be the joke.
Joke for the kid for sure was because he starts offering him candy and stuff, and the other guy's like, "Whoa, we better get out of here!" They're making it funny to be a sex pest.
They're kind of implying that he's not human at times too, because he also says something like, "Oh, you humans do that." So the kids are asking if he's an alien, but he's not an alien. He's just a guy whose dog died of cancer. And it's so weird. I don't know what they were getting at with any of it, other than pervert shit that they were trying to...
I think that they just... There's a lot of stuff that this movie shows, like, you know how they talk about show not tell? This movie is really good about showing you the things that they shouldn't be telling you. Like I think, of the director's fetishes and his racism think this movie and had his misogyny.
Really good restraint. It didn't show 1 foot.
That's not true. Wait, hold up. It shows the dog pissing on her feet.
Oh, it does like piss. That's true. On the
and it's on her feet.
On the foot. It did show a close up of that, yeah. But it wasn't bare. I think that is a lot of restraint.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is
so
anyway.
I'm just gonna cut this at this point. We're cutting it. It's getting long. All right. Cut. Out. You can check us on social media. We're Rough Cuts Cast on Blue Sky and on Co-host. You can also send us emails.
Why is it always the Christian movies that do this? What the? Yeah. Anyway, catch us on.
You know why.
If you want more of this filth. In your fucking inbox. Jesus. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna go pray.
I feel like I need a shower.
God, please help us to get Socks back. If you let us have him back, God, I'll be nice to Jesse. He's really not that bad. God, please, I'll even be nice to Christina. Anything you want me to do, God, I'll do it.
All I'm asking is for my partner here to sniff your dog.